working? I can't tell yet. Oh. All right, I am live. Just gonna make this window a little bigger and there we go. I believe I'm good to go. I've got my chat up, I've got my camera, I've got Oculus Home here. So today, I'm just gonna talk into my microphone here since that's what I'm using. The microphone's on the bottom of the Rift. Today is Labor Day, and I live right across the street from a big park, and everyone is going and hanging out in the park with their friends and their family. And I am here to hang out with you guys, finishing up my stream of Lone Echo. Last time I made it, so I got all the way through the beginning part and got out to go repair the space station and investigate the anomaly. Hi, Shark with a tank. I'm glad you have a tank and you're not just swimming around on the ground. So last time I completed a bunch of repairs on the space station, outside on the exterior of the space station, in the container field, in the primary dig site, in the depleted dig site. And now I am going to, so all of a sudden, once I finished those repairs, this giant black ship appeared out of the anomaly and just caused this huge storm of debris that completely almost destroyed the station. And we went over, so Liv went over there because our station was basically out of commission. She needed to figure out a way to survive. So she went inside the other ship. And I had to go after her after I woke up. So last time we got up to the ship, we made it inside. Now we have to start exploring this giant ship that came out of nowhere. Anyway, I'm going to jump back into Lone Echo. Headset going on now. So I am going to keep an eye on the chat as I go. I'm going to answer questions. I can read the monitor from here and I can see it through my nose hole. So that's how I can tell what you're asking. I'll check it occasionally and answer questions that you have about the game. Let's jump into Lone Echo. Some of you guys might have missed the first two parts. I talked about the zero-G mechanics and how they work. They're a lot like in the climb. It basically moves your body around while keeping the positions of your hands matching the positions actually depicted in the game. You cannot get a Big Mac. I am not going to give you food over the internet. Nice try, though. Alright, so last time I went through the settings as well. You can check that out in part 2. For now, I'm just going to jump right back into the part I was in. And I want to play, I have a lot of other titles that I want to stream, and particularly the ones that not everybody's doing. I want to help get them some exposure, so let me know.
Investigate the area.
If you have any specific...
The vessel is highly irradiated. Liv's transport must have had a radiation dampener. I may be able to reactivate it.
Oh, I'm back here. Okay. Looks like it did not save the last part of my progress. That's one of the unfortunate things about this game. So I am going to go ahead and I listened to this emergency beacon already last time. This is just Liv telling me that she's here, that she went inside. She sounded really scared. So I'm gonna get in there again. The ship is absolutely enormous. We were earlier driving our space pod along the side of it. Gotta not touch this stuff or it will kill me instantaneously. You cannot go in here. You have to cut through here.
The hull here is compromised. I may be able to cut my way in.
My tracking's being a little dodgy. I think it's because it's a sunny day. Oh yeah, my tracking is being pretty super wonky. Hopefully it'll clear up in a little bit, otherwise I'll have to restart Oculus or something.
This looks like some kind of maintenance conduit. I may be able to restore power to this section of the ship from here.
Oh yeah, I'm having a ton of drift on these controllers. Not sure what's up today. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna restart Oculus and hope that it will help address this. Let me drop into the Oculus menu for a second. Oculus menu. Where's my... Okay, I'm going to close the mirror down. I'm going to close the game. And I'm just going to restart Oculus. If I go into beta and click restart Oculus, sometimes it helps. Okay, let me see what I'm doing. Beta. So you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm just loading up the 2D Oculus app, going into beta, clicking restart Oculus. And now it's restarting. So I'm seeing just black right now. Okay, and Shark with a Tank is getting banned for being an asshole. Good job. There we go. That's better. Okay. Now I've restarted Oculus. I'm going to restart the mirror window real quick. There we go. Window is minimized. So it's not finding the window. I'm going to do like that. There we go. Okay, got the window back. All right, going to jump back in the game. My tracking does look better now. I'm getting not as much glitching out. I do this little test where I spin in a circle and just keep my eyes on my hands. Okay, now I'm going to launch back into the game. If anyone else who is not an asshole wants to jump on the chat and say hi, I am happy to say hi. Now that my tracking is fixed, I'm gonna jump back in the game, do what I was doing. Just repeating the last little part where I restore power to the section where I arrived at the station to get inside the door.
Investigate the area. The vessel is highly irradiated. Liv's transport must have had a radiation dampener. I may be able to reactivate it.
Why is it? It's not giving me the prompt. Oh no, I hope I didn't break it. This could be bad. Oh, there it is. Weakened
The hull
hull.
here is compromised. I may be able to cut my way in.
I have managed to soft lock this game and get it into a state where I had to reset it by quitting it at a bad time. So I'm a little bit scared of quitting it suddenly. I always try and quit through the menu to get the best chance of not doing that. Okay.
This looks like some kind of maintenance conduit. I may be able to restore power to this section of the ship from here.
So you can see my hands are not glitching out this time, which is good. These things are power cells. I need them to open the door. I'm going to hold both of these so I can do this in one trip. That means I do have to rely on my thrusters rather than grabbing the walls and pushing myself, which is probably just as well, considering that the walls are covered in a deadly biomass. Also, the biomass responds to the presence of... Oh shit, oh shit! Oh no.
I need to be more careful when operating in irradiated environments.
I did not notice that I was very low on health, or my radiation shield rather. Hi Dare. So, there's not many people here right now. I think it's just because of what time of day it is. It's like afternoon on Labor Day. A lot of people are out with their families in the US. And in Europe, I think it's pretty late right now. So, it's perfectly understandable. Okay, so... Can I get back inside there? I'm gonna cut through here. And I should be able to finish this.
The hull is weakened here as well. My cutter should be able to get through.
Then I'll be able to finish what I was doing. I usually don't die in that part. This time I did. By the way, let me know if I said your name wrong. Okay, so there are the two power cells. I left them down there. There is my corpse of my body. It's a little bit creepy. It's just kind of this curled up fetal position old corpse. But I have to act quickly because I am burning up in this radiation. Where's the other one? Is it under here? Ah, come on. Okay, let's get you out from under here. Oh shit. I'm a little bit stuck. Oh god. Oh god. And I died again. I'm doing really badly at this today. So, people know it is 12:36 a.m. in Europe. At least the part of Europe that they are from. Which is not too late to be up, watching things. So I can hopefully catch both some Americans and some Europeans on this stream. Lone Echo is amazing. There's going to be spoilers in this part. This is the final part of the stream, so if you were hoping to avoid spoilers, I'm just giving you your warning. I have gotten VR sickness, but I only got it one time. Ow! I just hit my head on a steel pillar. Okay, here we go. I'm using mainly my thrusters right now, but usually it's more efficient to kind of push yourself off of things. Okay.
Power cell installed.
There we go. Where's
Now
the other
to
power
replace the
cell?
rest.
Over here. Oh, there. Oh, shit. How did it get stuck in there? Can I even get there? Shit. I hope it's not stuck. Fuck. That's one of the problems of zero gravity, is sometimes stuff gets stuck places. It just wanders off and gets stuck and there's no way to get at it. Earlier I completely lost a worker robot leg and that nearly screwed me over. I just happened to find a replacement.
Emergency shutdown sequence complete. Please stay inside the designated area of operations.
Whoa, that's new. So, unbeknownst to me, it's actually possible to wander outside the intended area of operation and get an automatic shutdown and be returned to here. I think they do that to help keep you on track. I only got one time I got VR sick was the first day I got my DK1, and I was just doing all kinds of stuff. I was playing for hours. I had better not be screwed here. I'm gonna be so annoyed if I have to start the whole game over. I don't see a way to... Oh, there we go. It was not lost, it was just... Whoa, nearly hit that biomass. Shit. Okay, okay. Very bad things happen if I hit the biomass. Better grab this wall. Okay.
Oh, looks like I've restored power to something. A way in,
So,
perhaps.
the very first day I had DK1, I played Euro Truck Simulator. That was what really got me, because I grabbed the truck and I started driving it around, and I immediately crashed it into right off the road in a ditch. And there was all this braking and spinning and
Holographic controls. Intriguing.
and I just got really sick immediately. And I walked it off, and since that day I was pretty much fine. So I'm
That did
lucky.
it. There's my entrance.
I'm lucky in the sense that as a consumer I can pretty much play whatever I want with
If
any
Liv came
settings
this
I
way, She
want.
may still be in range of my personal communicator. Liv, do you copy? Olivia, are you there? Still jammed. No choice but to follow her trail for now.
So I am searching for Olivia. She is my human companion on this space mining station I work on. She went in here to find a way to survive. They have these really awkward holographic controls for opening doors, which I've never seen before. It really helps distinguish this station
The
from
cabin is
my own.
pressurized, but the air is reading unbreathable. Could it be the biomass?
Okay, where should I go next? Here's a good place.
I'm detecting a charge from this device that's similar to the Kronos 2 induction panels. Perhaps I can use it to recharge. I'm able to draw power from this. I can use it to replenish my radiation shield if necessary.
So I'm getting quite a bit of frame drops, especially when I pull on this thing. You can see my frame rate's dropping to 10 or 15. I'm not sure why it's quite so bad right now. It's not too bad when I'm just floating around though. This seems pretty solid. And yeah, the heat's a big problem for me too. I actually usually stop streaming mainly
A large
because of
compartment,
heat.
roughly humanoid in shape. This could be a staging area of some sort.
Evapod. So this is where you first start to get hints that maybe whatever lives here is humanoid. How does this thing work? I forgot.
This is similar to the emergency junctions on the Kronos. I may be able to redirect the power flow, but I'll need to cut this cover off first.
I always love an opportunity to use my laser cutter. So this is used to redirect power. It was over there before. Now I'm pushing it over here, and I can also push it off to the left.
The data displayed here does not match any code or language listed in my database.
Okay, let's keep moving. I have to get through the rest of the game today, and some of the most challenging sections are in this ship. I've been through this game once
It looks
already.
like I can access the ship's infrastructure from here.
What are
Those
those
spores
things?
could be what's contaminating the air supply. The spore detonated on contact with my cutter. Maybe I can clear some of the contamination.
So you can burn these things up with your laser cutter. The big ones you cannot burn up. They just kind of get excited. But these things, you can just explode them, which is good because if they hit you, you take quite a bit of damage from them. And these things are just floating in 3D space. They're everywhere. They're going to be everywhere in this station. They're going to cause me a lot of trouble. Once I've cleaned up most of them, I'll be able to get through here. The new ones do keep coming all the time, so I can never really fully clear them out. But I can clear out enough that I can proceed relatively safely. Okay, I should be good to go.
Widespread biocontamination. I should be careful. The biomass over there went dormant when the power failed. It seems to be tied directly to the vessel's power grid.
Ow, that one actually hit me. Okay, let's see if I can get in here.
This bulkhead is sealed. Maybe I can cut through to reach the locking mechanism.
So for those who didn't catch the last couple parts, this game's kind of central focus is on its zero-G locomotion mechanic. The way it basically works is your hands, wherever you put them, your robot's hands will be in the same position as your real hands, and your body will move correspondingly. And the world and your body will move based on where it needs to keep your hands where they actually are. So you can use this to move your body around by pulling yourself along obstacles, much like people do on the International Space Station to fling themselves through the air. Did I not cut this open? Where did I miss a spot? There we go. I'm missing the... There we go.
Locking mechanism released. Now to pry the door open.
Oh shit, there's lots of these in here. This is a lot like how the climb works. It's moving, kind of shoving the world around you instead of just walking around in the world. It's not quite as comfortable as a game like Chronos, where your perspective is simply fixed in space. But it is surprisingly comfortable if you really work on it. And is definitely one of the most effective ways to achieve a zero-G environment, since otherwise it's very difficult to have you moving at a
Something's
constant
pierced the
speed
hull.
if you have to move yourself. Whoa, hey, so here's a rocket.
This appears to be releasing spores into the air supply. A bioweapon, perhaps.
Shit. Okay, let's get down out of here.
I can re-enter the main cabin from here.
Okay. So I'm out of that air duct and away from most of the radioactive stuff. And now I can refill my radiation shield, drop my frame rate. Am I good? I'm good. Warheads?
Curious. These warheads don't match anything in my database.
Oh, so apparently this is some kind of military vessel, because it's just
What is that?
loaded. Whoa.
Strange.
So some kind of hologram just appeared here, and now it's gone. Oh
This
shit.
area is highly irradiated. My scanner might help me find a safe path across. High-velocity magnetic rail. The impact from a weapon like this would be immense.
So I have to figure out a safe way to get through
One of
here.
the doors here must still have power.
Here we go. Oh no, that's just an induction panel. But I could use the refill. I don't know why my frame rate's so bad today. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm streaming and playing this at like max settings. Maybe I should turn down some of the settings. It's only really bad when I use the induction panel, so it's probably the particle effects. How am I intended to get out of here? I can't remember. Can I go in here? Is this a good place to be, or is this highly radioactive? It's probably fine. Well, here's another induction panel. So at least I'm not going to die right away. Okay. So one of these doors should get me out of here. But I can't remember which one. It's some of the hardest, like on this ship it's really easy to get lost because it's a really big ship. Has a lot of different places you can go. It's still very linear, but it takes some exploring sometimes to figure out what the next step is. Is this where I need to go? No? Look at the size of this door. This is ridiculous. Well, there's something on the other side of this wall, so I feel like that's where I need to go. That's just another induction panel. Maybe I can get inside here? No, I don't think so. I have no idea where to go in here. I'll figure it out. There's only so many places in this room.
Electrical relay armature. The weapon's loading mechanism.
I have not been on any of the left-handed VR podcasts recently. It's been a while. They did interview me at least once, and that was great. I've been interviewed by Voices of VR, by Left-Handed, and there's really good people running those. It's just I've been so busy with work and stuff, I haven't had much chance to put up videos, so I don't get as many requests for podcasts these days. What am I supposed to be doing here? Oh shit, my radiation is not doing well. I'm about to die. Oh, here we go. Oh, shit. This is the way. This was like the first place I went. I totally missed this. Get to that induction panel quick.
Radiation levels fallen. The warheads here must be unarmed.
So normally I don't have this much problem with frame drops in this game, especially on a 1080 Ti. I'm just having trouble today. I should probably do something about it, but I'm not sure exactly what would help. So everything's really run down in this ship. I haven't run into anybody that's still alive. The place is covered in a deadly biomass, which is not a good sign. Whoa, it's that hologram again. Okay, for this part, I'm gonna need my headlamp. There we go. See, I wish all the doors worked like this one. Why do I have to solve a puzzle every time I open a door? So I'm just using my momentum to drift along this tunnel. It's very dark. And using my thrusters to adjust as I turn. But you can also pull yourself along the walls of the tunnel. Okay. Here I am. Where am I? This looks a lot like the first place I went, but it's not the same place exactly. What's this thing?
This device is holding an electric charge and is linked to nearby equipment. Probably a capacitor of some kind. It must be what's powering the induction panel.
Hi YouTube mine. Hi everybody, thanks for watching. So this is a capacitor. It's powering some of the equipment nearby. This is when you first get introduced to them. They're going to be important later when you get into rerouting power and puzzles involving that. Let's see if I can open this guy up. I hope who's ever ship this is not going to be angry that I'm like destroying everything. I guess they're not worried when they've already been overwhelmed by a deadly biomass. Okay, that didn't seem to help. This again. What does that even mean? Is that the Earth? Is that the solar? It looks like some kind of solar system. But all the writing is in some weird alien language. I don't get it. Oh shit! Shit! It's alive! The torpedo just sprayed a ton of spores in my direction. This is very, very bad. Eventually these things will lose their momentum, but when they first come out, they are violent all over the place, going super fast. And if one of these hits me, it takes a huge chunk out of my radiation shield. They're very destructive. I'm just gonna race through and hope I don't get hit. Oh
These
shit,
spores
I got
detonate
hit.
on contact. They would deplete my radiation shield in short order if I don't avoid them.
Thanks for the reminder, Jack. How do I get through here? One of the cool things about the way the mechanics work in this game is, in most games you can stick your head through a wall and like get it on the other side. In this game you cannot. If you try and do that, you will just bang your head against the wall. So wall surfaces definitely feel very solid in this game. There's no way to get through them. Well, I mean, I could like grab it and pull it to my face and then like move my... Even if I move my head, it like pushes my body back. The walls are really solid. Whereas in a game like, say, Dread Halls, you can pretty much just walk up to the wall and stick your head through it. And there's no easy way for them to deal with that. They usually just make your vision go black or something. What am I supposed to do? I think I have to move power to the right. And use that door over there. Okay, here we go. Shit. Okay. No, did that not work? Let's activate this beacon.
Liv must have been here. Maybe she left a message.
That would be great. Could I hear her message? Why is it over there? I do not remember what to do in this room. Oh, I just need to go up there. Remember, in 3 dimensions, there is an up and a down. That hologram again. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, my streams are usually limited by heat more than anything. My room is pretty well sealed. I don't usually open the window because I'm right by a major road and it's pretty noisy. And so the GPU heat just builds up really fast in here, along with my body heat from all this physical activity. So it usually gets like 100 degrees or more after a couple hours, and then I really have to stop. But if you had a better, more well-ventilated room, you could conceivably go for a much longer time, especially if you are in a colder climate. It's also just been a really hot weekend here in San Mateo. We're having a heat wave in San Francisco. Some of the hottest temperatures on record. 3-digit temperatures. It's pretty ridiculous. Okay, where was I going? In here. Ugh, it's these things. I hate these things. I hate these things so much. So those guys explode.
That was repulsive. The cysts appear to react to external energy sources, just like the biomass. Only the reaction is much more hostile. I'll need to steer clear of them.
So those things explode and they throw spores everywhere, and it's really destructive and violent. So I'm gonna try and blow them up before I reach them if I can. Do I need this? Why is this power cell here? Well, the cool thing is though, if I do laser them from a distance, power cell, get over here. I don't know why the biomass doesn't grab the power cells like it does people. Maybe it's smart. So if I use my laser to blow it up, then it doesn't throw spores everywhere, which is good. I'm just going to take this with me. Who knows when a power cell might be useful. Alright, here I go. Another tunnel. Except this time, there are spores in it. Hopefully not too many. So, like I mentioned on the previous 2 streams, I've got a new job at Facebook, working on Facebook Spaces, the social VR app. If you have a Rift, you can play that. It's really cool. You can do lots of things together with your Facebook friends, like you can draw things, and you can watch videos. And they're adding more things all the time. You can share your desktop, you can watch Netflix, you can do whatever. So there's a lot of exciting features. They're adding more, and they really want to make it into like a major social VR platform, which I think is a pretty exciting thing to be contributing to. Here we go. I finally made it to the other side. Let's see what Liv has to say. Ah, sport. Okay.
This is Captain Olivia Rhodes. I'm leaving this beacon for the record. On the off chance someone finds this. So far, I've found no sign of life here. Aside from the biological contaminant that's rendered the air unbreathable. so I have to consider the possibility. Though whoever's ship this is, they're long gone. Something catastrophically bad happened here. Enough to warrant evacuation. Anyway, with the air contaminated and no contact from Titan Command, I need to prioritize survival. If I don't find some clean air before my O2 runs out, all this speculation will be a moot point. Captain Rhodes, signing out. Hopefully not for the last time.
So that's my human partner, Olivia. She is in big trouble. She is here on board the ship looking for some clean oxygen that she can breathe. Unfortunately, the entire atmosphere has been contaminated by this bioweapon. Let me refill my radiation shield here. I'm on a 1080 Ti, so it's pretty much as good as it gets. It usually doesn't have much trouble with running any VR game on max settings. It usually doesn't have any trouble with streaming at the same time. What app did I mention just now? That was Facebook Spaces. That's the one that I'm working on. It's a social VR app from Facebook that is designed to let you have like little get-togethers with your friends on Facebook where you sit around a table in VR together and do activities together. It's comparable to a lot of other things, like Big Screen, I'd say, is the closest thing that it's similar to. Although Big Screen focuses a lot more on random get-togethers of random people who happen to be online, whereas Facebook Spaces is really focused on getting people together who are already on your friends list on Facebook, which in some ways is more challenging because not everybody has Facebook friends who happen to have a Rift. You can like use a messenger window to call out to other people and have them join you in the space that way, but of course they're not able to interact with you in the same way that someone in VR would be able to. So that's one of those things that's going to get better as more people have VR and as it becomes available on more platforms. But oh, I did not mean to close that. There we go. I guess that's one reason they make their doors so needlessly complicated, so that you don't do it accidentally. Did I mean to close that one? Did I want to? Oh yeah, that's where I came in. Okay, I don't want to go back there. Where do I want to go? I don't need to refill. But I want to go over here. Oh shit, I just got hit. I hate these little spores. I just want to destroy every last one of them. Look how much health that took from just one spore. Okay. Where am I gonna go then? I guess I got the beacon now, but what does that gain me? And I got this power cell, but I don't know what I get out of that. Can I go up here? Anything up here? I don't think anything is up here. And when you're in 0G3 dimensions, you always have to remember to look in every direction. Okay. I don't think there's anything in this part. That's the way I came in. So I'm gonna go this way. See if I can do something with this power cell. Let's try redirecting this to the front. There we go. That seems like it can only help. Oh, there's an air conduit. Okay. Did I go up here already earlier? I might have. I hope I'm not just going in. Oh, I did. I did go here. Okay, everybody double back. I'm going to get super lost on this station, but hopefully once I get back on track, I'm going to remember where I was. I'm going to remember the rest of the ship. This is a huge ship. By the way, let me know any questions you have in the chat. I will check on it from time to time. I have read Ready Player One. Mixed feelings about it. I think some of its vision of future technology was really cool. Some of the imagination around using VR for school, for work, for exercise, for like everything. The way that it could reduce fossil fuel usage in a time when fossil fuels have become very expensive. I think a lot of that stuff is legitimate. The concept of Oasis and how they get their money from like transport was really weird. I don't see that as a remotely plausible business model. And the whole like evil corporation trying to like take over the world and the whole like the romance arc was kind of like, at first I was kind of into it, but then it got super terrible. So there are parts that are good, there are parts that are bad. I'm kind of neutral on the 80s references. They do get a little bit out of hand from time to time. There's like a narrative justification for it, but it really feels like it was pretty much just somebody who wanted to make the most nostalgic possible thing to appeal to people in their 30s and 40s, and then just did it and figured out a narrative excuse for it. I do like, though, how they put a big emphasis on embedding traditional media inside of VR. Like having old arcade machines in there, having all sorts of old games in there, and being able to play every game that's ever existed inside of VR. I think that's the sense in which some people say VR is the last medium. Like, you can watch any traditional movie in a VR movie theater. You can play any arcade game in a VR arcade. You can play any traditional console with a virtual version of that console. See, I know this is not the right way to go, so I'm not gonna go this way. I'm just backtracking. So I feel like a lot of people just get like, they cannot deal with the 80s references in Ready Player One. Sometimes they went over my head. I don't know all popular culture from the 80s, but for the most part I was okay with that part. What really annoyed me was more, and one part I really like, I'm not going to say it because it's a spoiler, but I really like how they played with the idea of people's real life identities not necessarily matching their virtual identities in ways that are very unexpected. Okay. What the hell am I supposed to do here? Why am I just going in circles? Have I forgotten how to progress in this game? Maybe I use this thing. Redirect power one more time. Okay, so that just lights up the display. That's definitely not that helpful. That just lights up that part. If I follow the electrical lines, I should be able to see what I have just activated. But I don't see the right-hand electrical line anywhere. This is frustrating. Um... So I'm pretty sure I was supposed to get that beacon, and then I was supposed to go somewhere else nearby. But I don't... Wait, what's that? Oh, this is just that panel I threw away earlier. It found its way up in here. Okay. As fun as it is to wander around in a hostile environment in zero gravity, I really do need to worry about how the hell I'm gonna get out of here and save my companion. Hang in there, Liv. Can I get through this door? That would be nice. I don't think I can get through this door at all. Cannot get through here. I don't think. What is this capacitor hooked up to? Oh, the induction panel. Doi. Okay, well, I'm doing fine on that. Wait a minute. Follow those arrows. See if they take me somewhere useful. Okay, it looks like both the arrows go here. Oh, they go to this door. If anybody has played this game and they actually do know which way I need to go, I could use a reminder. Hey Vincent Roy, so you were playing Star Trek Bridge Crew. I actually, believe it or not, I've still not played that one. I need to try it out. I think it could be a lot of fun. I do actually, I'm not like a major Trekkie, but I do like Star Trek. I watched a lot of TNG. A fair amount of Deep Space Nine, so I know what's up. Where am I supposed to go in this hellhole? Oh my god. Stupid ship. Okay. I haven't found which way I'm supposed to go over here. So I'm gonna give one more sweep of this room, then I'm gonna head back into the pipe. So I can't go in there. You would think I could go in here, but this door doesn't have any power. I tried already turning the power to another setting, but it didn't seem to help. I'll try that one more time. Okay, I still don't see any power on that door over there. No, no power on the door. What about now? Shit. Good thing that biomass was inert, or I would have just been killed. Okay, the door is still not woken up, so I don't think I can wake up that door over there. Which is fine. Which way am I even facing? I'm so lost. Okay. One of the cool things about 360 VR is you can just spin yourself around so many times you have absolutely no idea which way you're facing in the real world anymore. So you're often surprised when you take off your headset and you find yourself facing like toward the back of the room or to the side, and you thought you were facing forward still, but you've been spinning around and around and you have no idea. The Rift CV1 doesn't have rotational drift like the DK1 did. In DK1, you could literally be facing in the same direction that you initially were. And in VR and find, oh, I guess I don't need to cut it on this side. But it doesn't hurt. In DK1, you could drift so far that if you're just sitting in a VR theater, you could find yourself sitting 30 degrees to the left or right from your initial position by the time you're done. With the Rift CV1, you don't have rotational drift, so you don't have to worry about that. If you're not actually moving, then you're... oh shit. So if you're not actually moving, you're not going to find yourself drifting from your initial rotation if you're just using a video player or whatever. But if you are doing a game where you're turning around a lot, you're going to generally find that when you're in a different location in the game, the direction that looks like forward in the game room does not always oh, there's a passageway over here. How could I miss this? How could I forget? So a nice trick with these things is if you destroy them with your laser and then you immediately hit your brake. So when they get destroyed, they explode. And the explosive force knocks you back. But if you use your brake, it will actually compensate for that induced velocity and stop you again. Okay, which way do I... here we go. Sorry for the hunting all over that room when it had nothing in it. Except for that one thing from Olivia. But I didn't even really need that. That was just for story. Okay, we can progress again now. Oh, did I not cut it? Why am I so bad at using a futuristic laser cutter? Is this... I've never figured out what this is. Is it like a flashlight? I don't know how to activate it. Maybe all the flashlights are just out of battery. Okay, look where we have arrived. Someplace... oh, I'm gonna want to refill. Let's get up there and get a refill before we go down in here. That's better. So we have just arrived at a very special location. Let's see what I can do here. Can I not activate this? Those don't seem to do anything. That's fine. What about this here? What the fuck?
What have we here? Echo Unit Prototype Android. Obsolete design. Designation Jack. How interesting.
My firewall has classified you as malicious code. Identify yourself.
I am called Apollo, tactical AI construct on the Estrella. You're on board my ship. I mean you no harm. In fact, I need your help.
Sorry. There's someone I need to find.
So I surmised. Curious. Prospecting robots don't perform search and rescue functions. But then, they don't have names either. I would propose a bargain. You help me repair my cortex, and I'll help you find who you're looking for.
You've already invaded my core systems. Why should I trust you?
The nature of the repairs will require you to access my essential systems, a significant risk on my part. Consider it a trust-building exercise. I understand what I'm asking is difficult, but neither of us has the time for careful considerations. I suggest you decide quickly. You know where to find me.
So this is Apollo. Apollo is the supercomputer that runs this giant ship. And I am unfortunately going to need his help to get what I need. So I'm going to go ahead and strike a bargain with Apollo.
Where do I start?
My heat sinks are depleted. They must be refilled from the coolant reservoir. You can access the heat sinks from the maintenance consoles.
Whoops.
Raising heat sinks.
The neighboring controls actuate the coolant valve. Use it to refill both heat sinks. Good. The process is working. Coolant transfer in progress.
So I guess this function would normally be performed by humans, or at least by some other type of robot. I haven't really seen any worker robot corpses on this station, so maybe they don't have them on this ship? I don't know.
Transfer complete.
Now, return the heat sinks to their enclosures. I have been operating at diminished capacity since we came under fire. You have no idea how good that feels.
Your ship emerged from some sort of spatial anomaly. How did you get here?
Our ship sustained damage. I attempted to execute an emergency jump. Unfortunately, our power grid failed while the engines were firing. My knowledge of the event is limited at present. The power surge damaged part of my neural processing net. You'll need to enter my cortex below and repair the damaged cores.
Who attacked you?
Tactical data on the conflict is restricted. I'm unable to share that information.
Of course, don't tell the robot who's saving your life anything about who the galactic enemy is. Fucking Apollo. Okay, let's get down there and repair his cores so that he can help me out some more. How do I get down there? Yep, there we go. Access panel.
Parts of my cortex have experienced damage. I will attempt to identify the malfunctioning cores.
New objective. Okay. Let's do this. So these are Apollo's cores. As you can see, they are enormous, and he has a lot of them. So this is a really smart computer. Probably a lot smarter than me. And that's what makes him useful to me. Oh, there's a missing core. Okay, what do I do? What do I do? Well, I need to find a spare core. Override slot.
This looks like an electronic interface.
You can use your scanner to upload to the rewrite terminal.
Because, of course, my scanner works with alien technology or whatever. Everything is compatible. Oh, look, there's a core. Down here, just hanging out. Got a fistful of intelligence. Okay, let's see what I can do with this thing. So you can see it's kind of blinking. Ah, where'd I put it? Where'd it go? Damn it. Hold still. I got you. I got you. Damn it. See, this is why working in zero gravity sucks. You just let go of something for half a second and suddenly it's flying all over the room. I like it more on Earth where you just like drop something and it just falls and it stays there. Okay.
Upload complete.
Rewriting logic core protocols. Firmware instructions reset. Please seat the core back into my cortex.
Okay, so this guy's good to go? This guy's good to go, apparently.
Logic core repairs completed.
Establishing new connection. Keep going.
What sort of ship is this? I have no record of a spacecraft so heavily armed.
I'm sorry, Jack. The Estrella's tactical specifications are restricted.
Patching neural net.
Uplink successful. Restoring logic connections. There are more damaged cores. We'll need to replace them all before I can bring my systems back online.
What function do you serve aboard the Estrella?
I am in charge of tactical advisory, targeting, and fire control systems. I am also in charge of managing emergency situations.
So we have just found this ship's battle computer, and apparently we are fixing it up. I'm not entirely sure if this is a good idea, but we're going to do it. So I have a few questions on the screen. I will get to those in just a second. People asking, will I play Eve Valkyrie or the ITVR experience? Eve Valkyrie, I don't think I've played Eve Valkyrie on this channel before. I have played it before, at least a couple times. It's a space dogfighting game. It was one of the very first that came out on the Rift. These days I've been leaning more toward... Oh, that is on the fritz.
We need to repair all my damaged logic cores before I can bring my systems back online.
Damaged core acquired.
I can repair the logic circuits using the rewrite terminals on the center column. Bring the core there.
So like I was saying, these days I've been focusing more...
Logic core in place.
Scan the I/O port to transmit the necessary data.
These days I've been focusing more on touch-based titles, just because that's kind of the most immersive titles right now tend to all be the touch-based stuff, and Valkyrie has never really been ported to touch. But it's always fun to go back for some of the gamepad-based titles, the ones that were really good. I have not yet played the ITVR experience. I have no idea what it involves, but if you guys think it's cool, I will definitely consider it. Where do I go? So I already repaired this one. I just need to find a hole to put it in. Okay, here's another broken one. I'm just going to trade them out. These are interchangeable parts.
Core linkage is restored. Half of my cortex is back within established parameters.
Your ship arrived at great speed. How do you maneuver a vessel of this size?
The Estrella utilizes a Category 3 Casimir faster-than-light propulsion system powered by spatial dilation. The size of the craft is irrelevant.
Faster-than-light travel is currently impossible.
On the contrary, a vessel of this size would be impractical without FTL propulsion.
So that's where we start to figure out that they have some kind of weird technology that we do not have. I find it kind of strange that, like, they're completely unwilling to tell me anything about the enemy who launched this bioweapon at them, but they're totally willing to describe, like, how their engine works, specifically. Like, I don't understand what's classified and what's not on this ship. Okay, if I follow the orange marker... Oh, I'm holding it. Okay. Where does this need to go? Need to find the next broken core. Here we go. Oh look, there's a hole. I can leave this one here.
Nearly there. The final core should bring all my systems back online.
Tell me about your ship's origins.
I'm unable to share relevant military data with a civilian model. Excellent work. All logic faults have been resolved. Thank you, Jack. I admit, I had my doubts that a prospecting model could perform such a procedure. Return to the main terminal above. You should be able to fully restore my systems.
Considering what a simplistic procedure that was, I'm kind of insulted that you didn't think I could do it. This is not a very nice computer.
Core functions online. Testing neural network connections. All systems optimal. Now, to locate my crew.
That wasn't our arrangement, Apollo. You're supposed to help me find Liv.
You misunderstand me, Jack. To locate your friend, I'll need to connect to the ship's diagnostic systems. That will require an officer's command codes. Your goals and my goals align. I've restored power to the exit. In emergency situations, all essential personnel are evacuated to a command bunker. We should seek them there.
So our next task is to revive Apollo's crew. And why is this not working? And hopefully... Okay, that button seems to be broken. That's okay. Hopefully the crew is going to help us find Liv. And apparently Apollo just had this door locked the entire time. So he was not interested in letting me get anywhere until I finished fixing him. He's kind of a jerk. I don't like him. Oh hey, it's another torpedo. I wonder if it's going to spray me with deadly spores, like the last one.
Do you have any intel on the biological infestation?
Tactical data is limited at this time. Based on my preliminary analysis, a weaponized superorganism, polymer-based synthetic, capable of consuming all carbon-based chemical structures. Physical contact with active material is not advised.
Yeah, I already figured that out on my own. Thank you, super future computer. Okay, where to next? Let me see. I have no idea. I keep on getting lost in this ship. Maybe I have to restore power to one of these doors? So this is just the door leading back to Apollo. I don't want to go back in there. I've had enough of that asshole. Oh, here we go. Looks like it's time for another trip through the ventilation system. I wonder how they knew to attack the ventilation system in particular with this deadly bioweapon. I think one of the most satisfying feelings in this game is just to be approaching a surface like this and to reach out your hand and stop yourself and feel it vibrate, and it just feels so much like your body is hitting into that surface and getting stopped by your hand. It's a really satisfying feeling. And that's something that's very hard to do in other games. Like, generally, if you have a hand and you put it up to a wall, the wall feels like it's like a hologram wall. Your hand will just go through it. The only way you can get it to stop is by like resting your hand right there, but you feel like you're holding in the air. Whereas in this title, you really feel a lot more like the walls are just more solid, like they really stop you. I'm gonna have to keep my headlamp on all the time in this place, aren't I? Okay, these things actually grow back, so I need to get past them as quickly as possible. Shit! Shit! Run! Shit! Okay.
Repeated contact with the spores can be fatal. Please use caution.
I am super dead. Oh, here I go again. So I tried to rush through there too quickly. Apparently this ship has the power to restore me and give me a new body. I don't know what they're using to do that. Just gonna take it slow, take it easy, even though I'm suffering from radiation. I am not doing so good. There are a lot of radioactive surfaces in here. Don't. This is one of those.
Against prolonged radiation exposure.
Thanks for the advice.
That was sarcasm, in case you couldn't tell. Asshole supercomputer. I'm not trying to irradiate my body. I didn't come here to get a good space tan. Whoa, I'm suddenly in a very high radiation zone. Shit. There are areas here that are safe and areas that are very not safe. And I died again.
Radiation levels on the ship have increased. Please use caution.
So I know about Pennywise the clown. I think that's from a Stephen King novel, right? Oh, It VR. I get it. I thought you were saying IT, but you're talking about It, the clown. I get it. Or it's the book that the clown is from, and the movie that the clown is from. I've never seen that movie. Is that the one where the clown's like... Whoa! Shit! I touched the biomass and it consumed my body.
The slightest contact with the biomass can result in hardware failure. Use caution.
I'm aware.
Okay, I got a little careless there. I think that's the one where the clown is like down in the sewer and is trying to get kids to go down in the sewer. I don't know much about it more than that. I've seen a lot of VR experiences based on existing properties, some of which were good and some of which were very not good. For example, there was a Ghost in the Shell VR short, and it was reasonably cool, but not like super cool. Not like what I would expect from a Ghost in the Shell VR experience. Okay, let's try and get out of here alive, please. I'm just gonna race by these things. Where to? Where to? Shit. 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 Okay, I think I can get clear now. Oh god, this space is so tight. This is not safe. Not safe. I don't want to be in these air vents anymore. There. It's my way out.
You're nearly
Go,
there.
go, go.
The crew quarters are in this wing, just beyond the main control.
Oh, thank God. Okay, okay. Everything's okay. Everybody can relax now. Where do I want to go next? Let me think about this. Oh hey, it's Saturn. Haven't seen outside in a while. Let me just refill my radiation suit. A little bit more. Whoa, the induction panel stopped working? Can that happen? I haven't seen that happen before. I'm dropping a lot of frames right now for some reason. Maybe it's because of Saturn. So I guess we haven't gone anywhere. We're still in Saturn's rings. Can I see my mining station from here? I don't think I can. I think it's on the other side of the ship. Well, that's cool. Alright, enough stargazing. Oh god, my frame rate is terrible right now. I think it's time for me to do something about it. I think what might be happening is as my room warms up, my GPU's performance starts to drop. So I am just going to set graphics quality to medium for a while. This should still be quite good. Is my frame rate better? Not really. It's still pretty bad. Maybe it's just this one section. Let's try and get out of this section. Why is my frame rate so bad right now? I don't know. I didn't experience this on my previous playthroughs. It might be because I'm streaming. And yes, I do hope there was a spawn point after that. I'm going to bring it down to low. That's the best I can do. Okay, my frame rate's still not better, so I'm gonna have to give it some time to adjust. If all else fails, I'm gonna restart Oculus. Yeah, this is pretty bad, so I think I'm going to... The thing is, I don't want to quit, because I don't know exactly where it's going to respawn me. So I'm going to make a little bit more progress.
This is the TACCOM station. We can scan the ship from the terminal here once we've awakened the crew. The cryo chamber should be nearby.
I probably wanted to keep that door open. So I'm gonna make sure I get to another checkpoint. This is the TACCOM station. You guys can probably see at this point just how bad my frame rate is. I'm not sure why it's suddenly so bad. Okay, so this is TACCOM. I don't think I have to do anything at TACCOM right now. I think I just have to go up in here. And this is an induction panel. I don't need more energy right now. What I need is to get in here.
We have arrived at the cryo chamber. Some of the pods are still operational. To revive the crew, we'll need to restore the power grid.
How can I reach the power systems?
The emergency generator is beneath us. Look around for a utility hatch.
Okay, now I'm gonna give it a quick reset, see if I can address this low frame rate. Give me just a moment. I'm actually going to quit properly, just so I don't glitch anything out. There we go. I'm back in Oculus Home. Everything feels smooth again. I could just restart the game, but I really want to restart Oculus just to be sure. The auto resolution setting, that's a good theory. It could be turning up my resolution too high for me. Okay, Oculus app is closed. Now I just need to restart it. And I'm back. If you're not familiar, Restart Oculus is under beta in the Oculus desktop app. It's one of the best ways to fix just about any random problem that you encounter. Ideally, you would never have to do this, but sometimes you do. Okay. I am still using the debug mirror. And I don't think the debug mirror actually hurts performance very much because it's just...
The emergency generator is beneath us.
It's doing a single
Look
copy.
around for a utility hatch.
It's doing a single copy of the pre-distortion buffer, and it does not take a lot of time. Notice how I'm not getting any performance problems on this screen though, so that kind of makes me think it has something to do with the particular scene, and maybe their dynamic resolution is failing in this part, so I'm just going to disable this. That's a good theory. And see if that helps. That's still not great. Let's go ahead and just turn it down a bit more, the resolution. Okay, I'm just going to turn it to the minimum. This is as bad as the resolution gets. On a really low-end computer, you might play the whole game at this resolution. Okay, that's a little bit better, but not as much as I would expect. I'm on a 1080 Ti, so it should really just be working, but it's possible that my GPU might be switching modes because it's heated up so much, or it might just be a problem with this part of the game, but I didn't encounter it last time I played this game, so I'm gonna figure this out. There's gotta be something up. Let's see. Temporal AA disabled. Low, low, low. And no sharpening. Okay. So this is as low as the settings get. And I'm still dropping frames, and I don't really know why. It's pretty weird, actually. I did pick the right place to quit, since I came back right where I was, so that's a good sign. I did change shadow from medium to high in my second video, but I just set all the settings to low, including shadow, and I'm still dropping frames. So it's really bad. I'll try closing the mirror and see if it helps. It does not seem to help. Okay. Maybe I have like multiple instances of it running in the background without realizing it. Let me take a look. Okay, I'm gonna see what's using all my CPU. It looks like it's Lone Echo and Oculus, and a little bit of OBS. That's what I expect. And nothing unusual here. What apps do I actually have running? I have Lone Echo running. Let me just see what I have running for a minute. So it's fine in the gray scene, but not in the game itself. It's possible I have like 2 copies of Lone Echo running. Let me take a look. Or maybe it's my browser doing something. I should close my browser, see if that helps. Real-time debugging, this is what you came for. Oh, I actually have several copies of the Oculus client running. That's interesting. How about I close those? Okay. So theoretically, this ought to help. No Oculus client running. And no mirror. OBS is still running. And I'm going to run my stream setup. Okay. It looks like Oculus Client always starts 3 processes. I'm not sure if that's normal. I'm not going to worry about it. If I can't fix this, I'm just going to have to quit for today and finish it next time. I'm going to try giving it one more restart, or I'll just restart like everything. Let me see. Oculus Tray Tool. Is it possible that the tray tool, I have it set to 1.5 super sampling, so maybe I'm like screwing with my stuff by doing that? I'm gonna try turning that off. I don't even know if that was still working in the first place. Okay, and then I'm gonna restart my Oculus process one more time. Okay, starting back up. Sorry for the technical trouble. Okay. Stream setup. If this doesn't work, I'm just going to assume it's the temperature in the room causing the CPU to actually like slow down. And there's nothing I can do about that except take a break. Okay. All right. Back into Lone Echo. See, Oculus Home is working fine, but that's a really well optimized minimal kind of scene. And the menus in Lone Echo are also working fine. So that makes me think that it's something to do with the specific section of the game that I'm in. Whoa, what's my left arm doing? Okay, that was peculiar. Okay, please work. Please work.
The emergency generator is beneath us. Look around for a utility hatch.
Okay, that did not work. My frame rate is still pretty bad. I'm gonna see if I get down to the utility room down there, if it'll get better. That's the one chance I have at this point. Let me just turn my graphics back up to what they were before. Sharpening was at 2. Full screen, monitor 0, resolution was at 1, auto resolution enabled, graphics quality high, everything looks good. Okay, back I go. Weirdly, the frame drops seem exactly the same at high settings and at low settings, which makes me think it's not actually a GPU load issue. I wonder if I should like just have like a water cooling loop that's running outside the window, or some kind of like air vent tunnel that's blowing it outside the window to try and keep all the heat out of my room. Anyway, for now I'm gonna try and get through this really glitchy part and get down to the utility station and hope that things will be a little better down there. Fortunately, I'm immune to VR sickness, and so this massive frame dropping does not cause me any serious problems, other than being very annoying and distracting. For a lot of people, this would get them instantly very, very sick. Okay, in I go. It's gonna be less obvious, the frame rate problems, if my helmet is off, because the frame rate problems are very apparent from the helmet overlay, because it gets, it kind of drags behind my head as I move it.
The contamination is increasing in density.
The biomass feeds on power currents. Reactivating the ship's systems may make navigation more treacherous. We should proceed with caution.
Okay. So unfortunately, I'm down here and my frame rate is not substantially better.
That's the generator up ahead. The fusion reaction is completely inert. We'll need to execute a jump start.
How do I reboot the system?
We'll need 3 power cells to complete the procedure.
I'll collect what we need.
So if I hold my hand up to my face, you can see how bad the frame rate is right now. This isn't really playable. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut this session short. Yeah, like the only other option would be close everything, reboot everything. I don't see anything else using substantial CPU, so I don't really know exactly what else it could be. But for now, I'm just gonna have to end the live stream for today and pick up with the finale next time. Hopefully by then I will have sorted out this performance trouble. I will see you guys next time. Thanks everybody for coming by. And everybody have a great every day. Let me know what other games you'd like to see me play. And I will see you guys next time for the real finale of Lone Echo.